Hello, everybody. Welcome to another segment of my recommendation series. And as you know, this is something I do every second week of the month. Every 2 weeks, every second Friday. For me, it's every off Friday of payday. So like payday was last week, and payday will be next week. So I'm on the off Friday where I don't get paid. So that's the days where I do my recommendations. And as you may know, and I'll leave a playlist at the end of this episode over here in this corner. But 2 weeks ago, I asked you guys all to check out this album by Perfect Circle called The 13th Step, and leave in the comments down below what you thought of this album when you recommended it. If you're just watching this episode for the first time, still go check out this album, come back and comment below. I want to know what you think of it. But I have another album to present for in 2 weeks. I'll ask you guys to leave a comment. Oh, sorry, excuse me, I just ate there. Sorry about that. And so, yeah, so in 2 weeks from now, you leave me a rating and ranking, even for this one on this episode. Leave me a rating, ranking, and review of what you thought of this album. And in 2 weeks, okay, so this album, okay, I'm going to give you a little history of it too. I don't want to make this episode too long, but this week here, I'm going to suggest Belle and Sebastian, the boy with the Arab strap. Now because I have some very fond memories of this album. Now I've already told the story of how I came about getting into this album. It all started with a buddy of mine, okay, who just happened to have a habit of breaking into cars, and one day he came by my place with like I had not been with him while he was doing this, but he had been breaking into the cars that night, and I don't know, just for the hell of it, he doesn't care. He'll take these pouches of CDs. These just they only had the disc in them. There's no covers or cases, and he had brought a whole bunch, and some of them were burnt CDs, and some of them were actual albums, and there was this one in there that it was only just the CD itself. That was the only thing that was in that pouch of this. But I know. You look at that name, Bell and Sebastian. Okay, I was a metalhead. Okay, and I was just starting to transition into softer stuff. Okay, I like softer stuff, but I would never really wanted to admit that I liked this softer type of music. That I needed stuff with a little bit more melody and a little bit more soul and flavor and just more humbleness or more down to earth, I guess. And then so I mean, and then this album came by, and the first time I played this when I was in the pouch, and he gave me the pouch. I know, yeah, but I when I eventually got to this one, and I had my doubts because of the name. It didn't sound interesting at all. It just sounded like, what kind of a weird thing is Belle and Sebastian, the boy with the arrow strap? What a weird title for a friggin'. And remember, I have not even seen the cover. All I was looking at was just the CD, and so I played it, and and I didn't know what to make of it because I liked it, right? But I didn't want to. I really didn't want to admit to myself how much I liked it because it was not really the type of music that I would gravitate to. It's not the type of music I would normally listen to. Like that in the past, like a couple of years before that, I would have been too embarrassed to say I was listening to anything like this. You know, because it seemed a little like. Remember, this is like 90s. This is like 90s and 80s. Yeah, like 90s and early 2000s and that. And I only, yeah, well, that's another story for another time. but I couldn't. I had to go back and within a week, I played this maybe 3 or 4 times. So after that third time of playing it, I knew there was something. I had a like I was infected. You know, I felt like I caught something. I was infected, and I had or I got addicted to something, and I had to go back and listen to it again because those beats and those melodies and that they're catchy and they get into your mind and you start thinking about some of the lyrics. And then eventually later on, when I started hearing more of their stuff, and the more and the more and the more I hear, I like everything. I like everything they do. I think they're an awesome band. I think they have such a decent variety, and I don't get bored of their stuff at all. Which is why they're my fifth favorite band. And I got that right here. I can show you that. Simple. I'm just gonna turn that page around, and I can show you. Yeah, these are my top five favorite bands right now. Okay, and so Bell and Sebastian, you're in position number 5, and Sparks there number 3. Okay, now I'm making this official right now. Push that up equal with King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Yeah, I don't want to put Sparks below King Gizzard. I can put Sparks over Rush. I know. I'm putting Sparks over Rush. Rush, one of my favorite my favorite Canadian rock group of all time. I mean, from Canada, that is. But Sparks has been so inspiring to me lately and everything. So I want to, yeah, I do actually want to put that above Rush and even Bell and Sebastian. But remember, that's still on the 10 out of 10 line. That for me, Bell and Sebastian is a 10 out of 10 band. Well, yeah, I highly recommend that. And then from there, I would say jump over to the previous album before this. One since if you're feeling sinister, if you're feeling sinister, go out and see a minister. And well, I won't spoil the lyrics to you. But anyway, that's it. That's my recommendation. Go out and check it out. 2 weeks from now, I want to hear your review, rating, and ranking, and I'll give you a new suggestion. I have something else in mind that I want to suggest to you, and yeah, so we'll let you go here. And as always, please be safe. Take care. I will see you on the flip side. And please, everybody, have a great day, evening, night, morning, wherever you may be. Peace, everybody.